he'd jerk off punks for $15 a month.
Subscribe to Non-Burger
That's when I
King.
first met him. Oh, but he's a good guy. But it doesn't matter what you I saw, hey.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I know you got into Twitter, but last night I got into a bit of a Twitter war with my followers. Followers that ends up they all fucking hate your guts. But I maintain I watched this Liberace movie.
Okay.
And he's making out, you know. It's, you know who plays him? Michael Douglas.
Yes.
First of all, has pussy cancer in his throat. He's making out with Matt Damon.
See, I think cancer's a small price to pay to lick Catherine Zeta-Jones' pussy.
You would take that chance?
Yeah, I would eat out her asshole for muscular dystrophy.
For the chance.
Yes, for the chance.
Now, in the muscular dystrophy telethon.
I would suck her tits for lupus.
For the chance.
Yeah, the chance.
Muscular dystrophy, Gilbert, remains uncured.
Yes.
Although every year since I was a child, Jerry Lewis would explain that it would be cured soon.
Oh,
if I kept phoning.
There was an episode of the telethon where, you know, you always turn away when it goes to the local station.
Yes.
But I would gladly, I luckily stayed and watched. And it was Tony Orlando.
Yes.
Was hosting it. And, you know, Jerry Lewis would get the cute muscular dystrophy kids. And so Tony Orlando's got one like, and he goes, "What's your name?" and Tony Orlando goes, "Hey, want to sing a song with me?" And I'm going, oh, no, tell me this isn't happening here. This guy goes, come on. And he signals to the orchestra, and they start, and they start playing. And Tony Orlando goes, if there's something wrong in the neighborhood, who are you going to call? If it's something bad and it ain't no good, who you gonna call?
Oh, man. We are all going to hell.
I want to get back to your Twitter feud.
Okay.
The followers. Why are they mad at you? What happened?
Oh, the followers. No, I just maintained that Liberace never said he was gay. And then in this movie, he's sucking cocks and stuff. And I don't think you should do that. They got mad at me. On the HBO movie, they present him as a secret gay guy. And we don't really know that for sure.
Well, I mean...
He was a pussy hound.
Is that what you hear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Much like Michael Douglas, apparently.
Michael Douglas was proud, kind of insists that that's how he got it.
Yeah.
Right.
Even though you can get it from cigarettes or drinking.
I prefer people know. If I got it, I would prefer that over cigarettes.
I saw The Celebrity Apprentice in the finale, and Penn Jillette had assembled all the famous people from Las Vegas. And it was like, here is Penn Jillette, and then here is Wayne Newton, and then here is Gilbert. How is he on the Mount Rushmore of...
Do you have a week?
Because he plays Brad Garrett's club
I'm
once.
known as Mr. Vegas.
Now, would you like to get on that program? That's one of my favorite shows.
Oh, sure.
I love that
not?
I think you'd be great on Celebrity Apprentice.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Well, I've already been on Rachel and Guy's Cook-Off.
Yeah.
And,
Guy Fieri?
Yes. I was on that.
Oh, you were on the wife swap.
Yes, and I was with Alan Thicke.
I know, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I got to fuck Alan Thicke from it. He goes, ooh, it's so good. Ooh, fuck me harder, fuck me harder. Ooh, that's so good.
So you live with his family.
Let me.
I think that's Robin Thicke with Dara, isn't it? Don't you switch? His beautiful wife, Dara, is with us. But wait, you.
let me suck your dick so I can get leukemia.
They're doing a shot of Dara right now. Leukemia. How did Alan Thicke get into the leukemia bit? That's Michael Douglas.
Because that's if you suck cock.
But
you get leukemia.
Yeah, that was Michael Douglas.
Wait, what?
I want to hear about Eric.
What?
Yes.
Eric Douglas. Is he still around doing
my
stand-up?
No,
No, because when
he
I
was trying to be a comedian for a while.
And
Yeah.
so one time I was at the at the Improv. He works at the World Famous.
Why don't you tell him the story?
And then I'll tell it to
I ran the
Gilbert.
Improv. He gets mad because at the World Comedy Center.
Okay.
So he was like, he looks, and then Bud would come up. He'd have to introduce Eric Douglas, you know, because it was.
Yeah.
And he kept mentioning Kirk Douglas. So then he goes up. So anyways, one time he was at the back of the Improv writing in a book, and there was some little Jewish guy talking about how his cock was small on stage. And he looks at me, Eric Douglas, he's like, this guy's saying his cock's small. I was like, he's being self-deprecating. He's like, so he writes down self-deprecating. He's like, what?
Oh my God.
He's like, what is that? You know, he's making fun of himself, and he writes self-deprecating. Anyways, I see him a couple weeks ago. He's talking about how small his cock. Meanwhile, he's real handsome, you know. He can't get girls. His cock's small, and everybody's like, we don't. Anyway, he's dead now.
Yes.
Died.
Because his cock was so small.
He actually was outlived by both Kirk Douglas and Michael Douglas.
God damn it.
Eric Douglas.
I was going to get him a man grade.
And he wanted to, I think he was in trouble for trying to sexually assault a male flight attendant. That's all I know about Eric Douglas. What do you know about him?
He was trying to mail flight
It was
attendant.
all, you know, just hearsay.
Was much like Liberace.
Yeah,
He was.
Hearsay.
They have Eric Douglas show up in the Liberace movie.
Wait, how do you know Eric
Yeah,
Douglas?
yeah.
Yes, you know him good. He wanted to be a comic.
Yeah, that's how I know him. And I know he'd pop up in the news like passing out on drugs.
Yeah, he was a tough guy. We tried to book on this program Robert Blake, who Daniel fucked up. We could have had him.
This
Wait,
close.
what happened?
Daniel talked. First of all, Robert Blake doesn't like guys in suits. And Daniel talked to him for an hour.
Hey, we all have that problem. I know when I see a guy in a suit, I start running.
No, not a guy in a suit,
What?
a suit. Like, you know, a suit.
A suit?
Like, that means an executive.
Oh.
Like, he doesn't like, that was.
Oh, I see.
So and then what did Daniel say at the end of the interview?
I'd love to say in chat, but I got to go have dinner with my wife.
At Vitello.
No, but not as a joke. Like, I don't know if he meant it as, like, I don't think he meant.
This is a great story so far.
And the other guy we
Yeah.
tried to get was Jan Michael Vincent, and then he's like, no, he's dead. Well, it turns out he's not dead. Turns out he's not dead. He's a loyal watcher of the show.
I don't know about that. It's somewhere in between. Yeah.
He's not dead. He's alive. But you remember that fucker, how handsome he was?
Yes.
Yeah.
He, one quote I remember of Jan Michael Vincent is that he said, had he died, like whenever this article was, he said, had I died 20 years ago, I could have been remembered like James Dean.
Oh, yeah.
And he would have been, because he was this really handsome guy with promise. So had he died then...
He would have been
Yeah.
John Eric Hexum.
Yeah. Was he Alias Smith? No, Peter Dool was Alias Smith.
I don't know. Did he die young?
No, Peter Dool killed himself.
He did?
Yeah, he was Alias Smith and Jones.
A guy you worked with killed himself, stabbed himself in the snow of Connecticut.
Yes, Charles Rocket.
Yeah, did that shock you?
Yeah, that was.
Or was that expected?
Yeah, no. See, I'm always the last person to realize.
Yeah. That was an odd suicide. Most people.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would ever expect someone to stab themselves repeatedly.
Like if you were to choose a suicide, you'd mull it over.
that
You would not naked in the snow.
No.
Right?
That was one. That's a guy, number one, really does want to kill himself.
Yeah.
And wants to kill himself in the most painful way possible.
Jesus.
It's not like,
To me, it's almost like a mental problem. Or he has issues.
Well, it's
Almost
like Owen Wilson. They said
What
cut his
happened?
wrist.
Yeah.
And
2 months later, he's back in the films.
he's walking in Hawaii with some model afterwards, and they zoom in for a close-up in the tabloids, and maybe you could see like kind of like it looks like a pimple, and you go, well, or it could have been a fold in the skin, and you go, oh well, I guess that's.
Would you commit suicide by
After
Catherine
this show,
Zeta-
oh yes, I would. If I wanted to kill myself, I'd eat Catherine Zeta-Jones' twat. Yeah, I sunk. Good night.
Get him out! And we're trying to get you out with
The jaws of life.
jaws of life.
At the jaws of life.
Are we going to commercial? Daniel says we're going to commercial.
We gotta take a break.
We'll be back with the ever funny Adam Eget.
Subscribe to Burger King.